All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Rockets content, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. Man, it doesn't look good out here. I'm still quite confused with a number of different aspects, but for the most part, this was just a pretty tough game. Pretty tough game to watch. These rotations are starting to kill me. And on my daily live NBA show, links down below if you guys are inclined to watch it or check it out. One of my boy Cyril, who I do the show with, he was thinking, he was saying, he was like, I think a defensive minded coach is better for this Houston Rockets team. I was just listening to the Rockets pace and I heard somebody say, Darvin Ham probably will be a little bit better than Steven Salas. And while I think Steven Salas is a phenomenal head coach, I don't think you accidentally are a part of the most efficient offense in NBA history. Some of these rotations, they really hurt my head. First things first, something we talked about all offseason, literally everybody was saying, I get having Eric Gordon, I get having a veteran on your team, but why is he playing 33 a night? He doesn't look like he wants to be here. He definitely deserves to be on a contender. He definitely deserves a shot at a championship. I think Eric Gordon is going to be gone relatively soon. And I got to be honest with you, I know our schedule is really difficult right now. We have one of the most difficult schedules to start the game or start the season. I think Steven Silas probably at this time next season won't be the head coach. And to be honest with you, I don't know if that's the worst thing to happen. So I love Silas. I really do. But, why is Josh Christopher playing 1 minute? Why is he playing 1 minute? What did we say all offseason? What did we say in the summer league? Why is Daishen Nix about to be our backup point guard? All love to Daishen Nix. It's just more of a G League guy. Garrison Matthews. I mean, when he's on, he's on. Haven't really seen that actually at all this season. But I got Daishen Nix and Garrison Matthews playing 30 minutes a night combined while Jacobs getting basically DNPs. He'll come in garbage time. He'll play like 1 to 3 minutes a night. I mean, this is your first round pick from last year. Same thing applies to Usman Garuba. These are your first round picks from last season. So I don't think they should be in the G League. But if you're going to be playing them 1 minute a night, put them in the G League where at least they can get some run. They should not be in the G League. It should be Daishen Nix and Garrison Matthews probably shouldn't be on our roster. But there's a whole multitude of different things at stake here. And I hate making, I guess, this video feels like super negative, but I mean, the offense is tough to watch when it's not in transition. I mean, it mainly is pick and rolls and nobody's really moving. It reminds me of watching like Luka Doncic. I feel like I'm watching the Mavericks right now without Luka. Like, it's just pick and roll. All right, pick and roll didn't work. Call another pick and roll. That pick and roll didn't work. Pass it. KPJ, Jalen Green, they take a three. There's no cuts. Nobody's moving. Nobody's setting off ball screens. It's a tough offense to watch right now. And the defense, we know the defense isn't where we want it to be, but I feel like Tari Eason started to, fall off is the wrong word, but he's not being utilized properly. I mean, they're just not utilizing Tari Eason actually at all. Tari, if he wants the ball, if he wants to be in the offense, he kind of has to be in the right place at the right time and just do his thing. He kind of just has to put himself in control. And I mean, these are first round draft picks, man. This is the last year we'll be in the lottery. We have way too much talent. Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Alperen Sengun. He had another really solid night tonight. I like his 3-point shooting. He's not taking too many threes. I don't need him to take too many threes. But I like that he's taking these threes, and I like that he's converting a lot of these threes. Jabari, Tari, it's just all these young cats just really aren't getting the run that I think that they should be getting right now. And it's a little confusing. It's a little frustrated. I see your guys' tweets. I see your guys' comments. I see your guys' texts, and it's hard to disagree, and that's what makes it tough. There just isn't much going on. Now, granted, the start of the season has been tough. Portland on the road, I know they're without Damian Lillard, but I mean, we kept it competitive. We came back into this game a little bit. It was only a couple possession game at the third quarter. I mean, First quarter kind of started brutal. We probably should have lost by more than 14 points, but it was never quite a blowout. It's just frustrating. It's just inefficient, right? It's just inefficient. But what's the best offense? Defense. Not doing too much on the defensive end. So I think some things I need to see happen are just more things going on offense. And I think a good way to start with that would be moving Eric Gordon down to the bench. I think moving Daishen Nix into the G League. Maybe they're waiting for Ty Washington. But at the same time, I think Jacob and Eric Gordon as a backcourt duo off of your bench, I think that's plenty of playmaking right there. I mean, Eric Gordon, there was like that tweet that was there was a viral tweet in Rocket Sphere that went out. It was just a sloppy closeout from Eric Gordon. I can't blame that he doesn't want to be here. Damn, my wristband broke. Oh, that sucks. I can't blame that he doesn't want to be here. I mean, he's a veteran playing with these young kids. He's not really a vocal leader. Don't necessarily need him to be a vocal leader, but I think I need to see him be moved to the bench relatively quickly because I don't think he's offering us enough on offense to the point where it constitutes him to just continue starting. Usman Garuba, I need to see more minutes. Josh Christopher, I need to see more minutes. I need to see more Tari Eason minutes. I think that KJ Martin Jr. is starting to find his footing this season. Garrison most likely should just probably, maybe not as far as DNPs, but, DNPs. I'm sorry, Garrison, because he seems like a really cool guy. He is a really cool guy. I've never met him, but he seems like a very cool guy, especially in person. Just got to figure this out, man. We just got to figure this out because it's not working right now, right? It's not working right now. Utah Jazz kind of making us look silly both ends of the court tonight. Portland was definitely making us look silly. I feel like I know it was in Portland, but the culture from Portland, a rising team that had one of the worst records in the NBA last season. I know it's Simons, Nurkic, Dame, they all got shut down. They clearly wanted to lose so they could pick a guy like Shaedon Sharpe. But I think now's the time to start making some of these moves. I think the culture was very evident. Obviously, they played a lot better game than us, but it just looked fun. Even if you're the 15th guy on their rotation on the bench, like everybody was just amped up. And like I said, I know they're at home, but Silas is just a cool, calm, and composed guy. I don't know if that's necessarily the best fit for us right now. I mean, you also got to keep in mind he was initially brought in to play with James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Christian Wood, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker. He was supposed to be our coach for championship purposes, not rebuilding purposes. I know he runs these quote-unquote really complex offensive schemes and that it's going to take some time for these young cats to figure that out. But I'm just not seeing enough. So I think Silas's days are quite numbered. I don't think that they would fire him mid-season. I wouldn't be surprised. I think this will be something that happens in the offseason. But game by game, it's become a little bit more evident, more apparent just as the nights go on that Silas isn't the coach of our future. So, I'm not trying to rag on him, not trying to rag on the Rockets right now, but, tonight was one of those nights where there's not too many bright spots. I mean, I like Şengün a lot. He was one of our bright spots tonight. KJ Martin Jr. off the bench. It's nice to have Jae'Sean Tate get back. He fouled out on his birthday, which sucks. But, let's start playing our first-round picks. Let's get Jacob the ball. Let's get Usman Garuba the ball. Let's get Tari Eason the ball. Let's get these young cats the ball. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Hit that like button. Very late night here in Chicago. A little low energy in this. Not too much to be excited about tonight, unfortunately. So give me some thoughts down below. Keep it a buck. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button.